Hello Seekers, welcome to Vedic Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Continuing with the series of first house lord in different houses, today we are going to discuss first lord in sixth house. So stay tuned till the end to get to know more about this placement of first lord, and do not forget to hit like, subscribe and share, and hit the bell icon so that you never miss another update. If you want to follow me on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, the link is in the description box below. And if you want to take consultations, you can drop me an email. All the links, all the data is in the description box below. First lord, as we have discussed in last 5 videos, defines your lagna. It defines you, your personality, all the traits that you have in this life. First house defines all the power, all the strength that your body carries and all the strength that your mind has. So first house is a very crucial house in determining how the transits are going to behave. So if lagna is you, when it goes into the sixth house is the house of disputes. Sixth house is the house of loans, prarabdha karma, and it is also the house of one part of digestion. Sixth house is also house of recurring events, and sixth house is the house of clearance of prarabdha karma. So past life karmas which you have to go through is the sixth house, and that is why it is the house of obstacles. So what happens when the first lord goes into sixth house? This means your involvement in problem solving is very much needed. You have an expertise in problem solving, and this means you also face problems in your life. You will have this continuous flow of, you can say, the problems and difficulties, and every time the difficulty comes, you have to face it, you have to jump, you have to find a solution. But because this position gives you a recurring kind of situation, you get habituated. Now this depends when the lagna lord is strong or weak. If the lagna lord is strong, you actually win over your enemies. You get rid of all the obstacles. The more the problems comes in your life, the more successful you become. The more powerful you become, the more you can say wise you become, because with every problem solving solution that you provide, with every solution that you provide, you actually become more wiser because of the information that you get. Because it is also the house which is 10th from the house of dharma, it is, you can say, this is the karma of dharma. So you follow the karma of the dharma, and this means you become more intelligent. You are ready to face not only your problem, but it is also the house of service. So you are ready to face the problem of other people also. You get involved into taking care of small animals. You get involved into public service, NGOs, and you also get involved into a lot of calculation, mathematics, games, numbers, stock markets, and you also get involved into anything which has to deal with spirituality, which has to deal with disease. So a lot of doctors are also seen from this house. A lot of scientists are also seen with this kind of placement. But this definitely means that you will have to face your worst fear. You cannot get rid of this because your ascendant directly gets power through sixth house. Now, if a planet is kind of positive in sixth house, it is like a boon for you. But again, you have to see the strength of a lot of things. Here what we are discussing is an academic example. When the first lord alone sits in the sixth house, it is posited in that house. And now considering the house lord is weak, for example, if lagna lord gets debilitated in this house, somehow the effect of Rahu, Ketu or negative effect comes into this picture. If the total output of the position of the planet is negative, then it can create very difficult situation in life. First lord is a very important planet for you. It defines you, it rules you, it controls you, and because of the characteristics of the first house, you take decisions in your life with that flavor. First house lord always adds its flavor. If it is Mars, it will add the flavor of Mars. If it is Shani, Saturn, it will add the flavor of Saturn. When it goes into the sixth house, that flavor is used in fighting the enemies, in solving the problems. And if somehow the planet is bad, weak, you fail to utilize your own potential in problem solving skills. You fail to utilize your potential in actually solving the real-time scenarios. So in that case, you have to take some help. This is also the house of divorce. This is also the house of disputes, litigations, court cases. So defamation also comes in a way from this house, because this is 9th from 10th. 10th is fame. So bhagya of fame, the destiny of fame lies in the 6th house. So it is a very, very important house. If it is weak, if your ascendant lord is weak in this house, you have to gear up and solve this problem. You have to address this at the earliest. In order to do that, you cannot wear a gemstone of the first house. Absolutely not, because your Lagna Lord is in 6th house. 6th house is the war zone. It's like you are going to fight the war. So you have to be very, very careful. I will give an example of a unique ascendant, Taurus. Only in case of Taurus, this position is kind of relaxed. Why? Because in case of Taurus, the Lagna and the 6th house both are ruled by Venus. So if you are a Taurus ascendant and Venus sits in the 6th house, Venus becomes Swagrahi. Only in case of Taurus, there is an exception that this placement still can give you a lot of good results, but being the 6th house being 6th house, it is going to create disputes. So what will be the dispute for Taurus ascendant? To create balance in life. You will find really hard to maintain a routine, striking a balance, but Taurans in this case are the least affected ascendant, and among other ascendants, you can see that the effect is much larger. If your ascendant lord is Mars and it falls in the 6th house, then it really creates very difficult scenario. Why? You may say that there is another ascendant in which 6th house lord and the first lord become same. Yes, and the answer is Scorpio, right across Taurus, right across Taurus. So if your ascendant is a Scorpio, then Mars goes into 6th house. But remember, then Mars goes in Aries. If Mars falls in Aries, and if Mars rules your ascendant as Scorpio, then you will become extremely, extremely angry at your enemies, and this Mars is not going to listen to anybody, because this is a very strong Mars. It's an Aries Mars. Aries Mars is one of the fiercest Mars, more fierce than the exalted Mars. Why? Because Aries is the house of desire. Aries is the house to start something. Energy is required to start something. If you even want to switch on the fan, you have to give it electricity. Mars is electricity. It kickstarts something. So the energy of Mars kickstarts the revolution. So when Mars goes into the 6th house, you are a rebel. You have to fight, because Mars is in its own house. You are too strong. You are too confident about yourself. And remember one thing. If Mars falls into the 6th house for Scorpio ascendant, your ascendant has the 8th aspect of Mars. Although the 8th aspect of Mars watches his own house, it's the 8th aspect. So 8th aspect cannot be ignored. So in that case, it is not that stable for you. Although it won't destroy like some other planet. I'm talking about the negative Mars. It won't destroy like any other ascendant, but this Mars is going to create trouble. This Mars is going to create controversy, conflicts, fights. But you will be very good if you use this Mars as an athlete, as a fighter, as a sports person, as a policeman, law enforcement agencies. You will do great, because you will have somebody to compete with. But overall, if you see, you have to assign the role of the 6th house to yourself, because 6th house is service. So you have to inherently do public service, service to society, help a lot of people. 6th house is the house of help. 6th house is the house of seeking help and giving help. So you need to do a lot of help, whatever you can. Money doesn't matter. Intention does, efforts does. Planets don't see money. They see, have you taken the first step? So you have to take the first step, not only to solve your problem, but to solve other people's problem also. One keyword for this kind of placement: procrastination. If you have this, it's going to really, really cause harm if you have this placement. You really can't procrastinate when you are in the enemy territory. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this particular video. Next video will be on this series for First Lord in the 7th house. Stay tuned, like, subscribe and share, and hit the bell icon so that you never miss another update. Thank you.